Disclaimer: this is a work of fiction created for entertainment purposes only, not affiliated with BTS or Big Hit Entertainment. Characters and storylines are fictional and for entertainment purposes only. If you are homophobic, then please just leave. Tigers Bunny promote respect and kindness. Introduction: Jeon Jungkook, a bold, flirty, dramatic boy who says whatever comes to his heart. He loves teasing people, especially his very attractive boss. He has messy black hair, a lip piercing, and tattoos, always full of energy and chaos. Jungkook: I am not saying I have a crush on my boss, but I would marry him if he asked. Kim Taehyung, a calm, soft-spoken, blushy boss. He wears suits that somehow always look better on him than on any model. He doesn't talk much, but when he does, people listen. He has a deep voice, beautiful eyes, and a secret soft spot for Jungkook. Taehyung, please be serious at work, Mr. Jeon. Jungkook, he was laying on the break room table feeling dramatic after seeing his boss walk past. His heart was racing and he needed to scream into someone's ear about it. He called his friend. Bro, I just had a full gay panic. My boss looked extra hot today. Like, what the hell? He walked past me, sleeves rolled up, jaw sharp, hair perfect. He is illegal. He laughed and waited for his best friend Jimin to answer with a sarcastic reply, but instead Theon. He was sitting in his office reviewing a report when his phone rang. He didn't expect to hear Jungkook's flirty little voice saying those words. Calm but a little surprised. Mr. Jeon, I think you called the wrong number. Jungkook, he sat up like he would been hit by lightning. He checked the screen and then he screamed inside. He called his boss his very hot, beautiful boss. Taehyung, I mean boss, I swear this is a misunderstanding. I mean it's not. I mean yes, but no, actually yes. Theon, he stayed silent for a second, then he chuckled softly. His hair were a little red, but he'd hide it well. Thank you for your honesty, I suppose. Then he hung up. Jungkook. He stared at the screen. The call ended. His soul left his body. He looked at the ceiling like he was ready to cry. I should move to another planet. Jungkook, he stood in the elevator staring at his reflection in the mirror wall. His shirt was perfectly tucked, his hair looked hot, but his brain was screaming. Today he had to face his boss, the same boss he accidentally confessed his gay panic to. Okay, okay, Jungkook, just walk in, pretend like you didn't call your boss out or mention his outline or almost say he smacked his forehead. Shut up, brain, be normal. Theon, he was already at his desk looking handsome and serious. His tie was navy blue today, matching his calm energy. But as soon as he heard Jungkook's footstep outside, he sat up straightener and fixed his hair. He tried to stay serious, but his ears were turning pink again. Jungkook, he stepped into the office, walking past, head down, trying to sneak to his desk like a criminal. Good morning, he said it too loud, too cheerful, like he wasn't panicking inside. Theon, he looked up, eyes meeting Jungkook's for a second. He forgot how to blink, then quickly nodded, pretending to look back at his laptop. Morning, Jungkook, he said it softer than usual. Jungkook, he sat down at his desk, opened his laptop, and leaned closer to his desk mate, Jimin, whispering. He said my name with his deep voice. I heard it in my bones, Jimin. He was sipping his iced coffee, watching the chaos unfold like a movie. You deserve this. That's what you get for being thirsty over your boss. Jungkook. He turned to look at Theon's office. The door was glass. He could see Theon looking down, pretending to type, but his fingers were not moving much. Jungkook smiling. He is acting weird. Do you think he blushed because of me, Jimin? He rolled his eyes. No, I think he blushed because the sun hit him. Go do your work, lover boy. Kim Theon inside his office. He stared at a blank document. His heart was still playing Jungkook's voice in his head on repeat. My boss looks extra hot today. He closed his eyes for a second, then quickly reached for his water. Why does his voice sound stuck in my head? Later in the meeting room, Jungkook, he was sitting in the long meeting room with a bored face. There were papers in front of him, but he wasn't reading. He was too busy stealing glances at the man sitting at the front. His boss, Kim Theon, who looked criminally hot today in a black shirt and silver watch. Jungkook whispering to himself, why is he looking like a mafia boss today? It's illegal to look this good during work hours. Kim Theon, he was explaining the monthly report with his usual calm tone, but his eyes kept flickering to Jungkook. Every time Jungkook smiled or tilted his head, he got distracted for half a second. Taehyung softly. Any questions before we end? Jimin, he raised his hand with an innocent smile. Sir, the air conditioner isn't working. It's getting stuffy here. Taehyung, he nodded and looked toward the assistant manager. Check the vents and Jungkook, can you help move the chairs with which they fix the AC? While they fixed the AC, Jungkook, he jumped up a little too fast trying to act usual, but deep inside he was screaming. Yes sir, I am very helpful. I have known for lifting heavy things like heart and emotional damage. Taehyung. He stared at him blankly, then turned away quickly to hide his tiny smile under his breath. This boy. 10 minutes later, the room started clearing out as people left for lunch. Jungkook and Taehyung stayed behind, moving chairs and papers. Jungkook, he walked toward the door but suddenly heard the click, then handle wouldn't turn. Wait, is this stuck? He turned around wide eyes. Boss, I think we are trapped. Taehyung, he walked over, tried the door himself, then signed softly. Looks like it is jammed. I will call someone to fix it. He reached into his pocket but paused. No signal. Jungkook, he smirked and leaned against the table, crossing his arm. So just you and me, huh? Locked in a room sounds like a fanfic. Taehyung. He looked away quickly, his ears turning red. Be serious, Jungkook. Jungkook. He walked a little closer, voice playfully. Come on, boss. Admit it. You missed me after the call, didn't you? Taehyung swallowed hard, not looking at him. You talk too much, Jungkook. He leaned in even closer, almost whispering. And you blush too easily. Taehyung, he froze for a second, then turned away, completely hiding his face. Let's just wait quickly. Jungkook, he smiled, sitting on the table right beside him. Fine, but I am sitting close in case you fall for me again. Jungkook. He sat on the table, eyes locked on Taehyung like a cat watching its favorite toy. The room was quiet, the tension thicker than the summer heat. You know, boss, I always wonder what you would like when you are not acting all serious. Kim Taehyung. He stood stiffly near the door, arm crossed. Taehyung. He avoided looking at Jungkook. I am always serious, especially at work. Jungkook. He hopped off the table and took a slow step toward him, a playful grin on his lips. But what if I like you better when you are not? Taehyung. He cleared his throat, taking a step back, his eyes dared to the side, darted to the side, then back to Jungkook's approaching form. Jeon Jungkook, please keep your distance. Jungkook, he kept walking until Taehyung's back hit the glass wall. Jungkook placed one hand beside Taehyung's head, leaning in slightly, eyes dancing. Jungkook, why? Scared of me, boss? Taehyung, he was frozen, trying his best to glare but failing. His voice was a little shaky. You are being inappropriate. Jungkook smirking, he leaned closer, their faces just inches apart. I'm being honest. You are the one pretending not to enjoy this. Taehyung, his breath hitches. He looked up at Jungkook with wide, nervous eyes. His cheeks was burning. I'm not pretending, Jungkook. He chuckled gently, brushing his thumb against Taehyung's flushed cheeks. Then admit it, you like it when I tease you. Taehyung. He didn't reply. His lips parted slightly. His body was frozen, but his eyes were soft. Jungkook's face moved closer and closer, their lips barely apart now. Jungkook whispering, "Say it, boss." Taehyung whispering back, breathless. I, Jungkook, click. A loud sound echoed through the room as the door unlocked. A security guard poked his head in. Security guard. Sir, sorry, the door got jammed. It's fixed now, Jungkook. He rolled his eyes dramatically, stepping back. Wrong timing, man. Seriously, Taehyung, his eyes widened as reality hit him. He pushed past Jungkook quickly and head low and rushed out of the room. His ears were red and he couldn't meet anyone's eyes. Jungkook, he watched him go with a smirk. Oh, don't run, boss. You still on me a kiss. Taehyung, he rushed down the hallway like his life depended on it. His heart was beating so fast it felt like a drum in his chest. As soon as he reached the bathroom, he closed the door, leaned back against it, gasping softly. What was that? What the hell was that? His hand flew up to cover his cheeks, which were hot like fire. He slid down to sit on the floor for a second, burying his face in his arms. He cornered me. He had his face this close, and he smirked that stupid smirk. He stood up quickly, went to the sink, and turned on the cold water. He splashed his face again and again, hoping it would wash away the heat rising up to his ears. You are the boss, Kim Theon. You are the one in control. Why are you melting like ice cream? He looked at his reflection in the mirror, wide eyes, pink cheeks, messy hair. He groaned softly and pouted. This boy is maniac, a devil in a tight shirt, a danger to society and to my poor heart. He stomped his foot softly like a frustrated puppy. Why does he talk like that? Why does he get so close? Why does he smell so good? He covered his face again, mumbling through his hand. Say it, boss. Who says that? Who talks like that? Jungkook, you shameless little. He whined softly, pacing in circle. You almost kissed me, my first kiss at work in the meeting room. Am I in K-drama? His hand flew to his heart as he remembered Jungkook's thumb brushing his cheeks. And I liked it. I liked it too much. He sat on the sink edge, kicking his legs like a shy schoolboy. What if he does it again? I let him. He gasped and covered his mouth. No, bad Theon. Be strong, be cold, be professional. Then he looked at the mirror again, defeated and pink. But his eyes are so pretty. Next day, Theon, he sat stiffly at his desk, eyes on his laptop, but mind completely somewhere else. Every time he heard footsteps, his heart jumped. Every time he heard Jungkook's laugh from the other side of the office, his ear turned pink. He whispered to himself, avoid him, you can do this. Just avoid him and breathe. Jungkook. He leaned back in his chair, one brow raised as he watched Theon through the glass wall. Theon hadn't looked at him all day. He tilted his head. Why is he running away like a shy bride? It's just a little flirt and almost kissed and maybe a full-on heart attack, smiling, cute. Jimin, he leaned over with a smirk. He's been avoiding eye contact for 5 hours now. Are you proud of yourself, Jungkook, pouting dramatically. No, I missed him. I'm gonna do something stupid. Jimin, sipping his drink, as always. Later that evening, everyone had left the office, the lights were dim, the silence echoed between the walls. Theon was still at his desk going over reports. Theon rubbed his eyes exhausted. He didn't hear the door open. He didn't notice anyone step inside until he heard a familiar voice. You really were not gonna look at me today, huh, Jungkook? He stood by the door with his jacket off and his sleeves rolled up, walking in slowly like he owned the room. His tone was soft but teasing. You broke my heart, boss. Not even a glance all day, Theon. He stood up quickly, frustrated. Jungkook, what are you doing here this late? Jungkook, he walked closer, eyes locked on Theon. I couldn't sleep thinking about you, Theon. His breath catch. Jungkook, he stepped even closer, now right in front of him. Their eyes met. That call. It wasn't a mistake. Theon, he looked up confused. You said it was a wrong number, Jungkook. His smile, voice low. The number, yeah, but the feelings, no. I meant every damn word. You make my heart do crazy things, Theon. His lips parted slightly, his fingers nervously gripping the edge of the table. You just playing around. Jungkook, he stepped closer, gently brushing his fingers against Theon's hand. I have never been more serious in my life. Theon whispering, heart thumping. But I'm your boss, Jungkook. He leaned down until their foreheads touched, and I'm your chaos softly. Let me be your favorite mistake. Jungkook, he stood there so close, their foreheads touching, his voice dropped to a whisper and his fingers slightly brushed Theong's waist. You know what I want, don't you, Theong? He was frozen, his eyes flickered from Jungkook's lips to his eyes, then back again. His heart was racing, his knees felt weak. Jungkook, if we cross this line, Jungkook, he leaned even closer, smirking. I already crossed it the moment I called you hot on accident, Theong. He turned his head slightly, biting his lower lip. His face was red, his body tense, but his heart long gone. You are impossible, Jungkook. Smirking wider, he lifted Theon's chin gently. Then do the impossible was. Kiss me. Taehyung, his eyes widened at the dare. For a second, he almost stepped back, but Jungkook's gaze pulled him in like gravity. He took a shaky breath. "You are going to the death of me," Jungkook whispering. "Then die happy, Taehyung." His hand finally moved, grabbing Jungkook's shirt with a soft urgency. His lips met Jungkook's in a shy, gentle kiss that turned deeper with every second. He kissed like he was scared and addicted at the same time. Jungkook, he kissed back slowly, taking his time, his hand moving to Taehyung's neck, holding him like he belonged there. "Took you long enough, Taehyung." He pulled back only slightly, his voice slow and shaky. "You drive me crazy." Jungkook, he grinned, brushing his nose against Taehyung's. "Good, now you will never forget me." He pressed another kiss on the corner of Taehyung's lips. Taehyung, he buried his face into Jungkook's shoulder, shy and overwhelmed. "You are trouble." Jungkook, he chuckled, wrapping his arm around him. "And you love it." Later that night, Theung, he was alone again in his apartment, sitting on his bed, cheeks still burning. "What have I done? What is this boy doing to me?" He looked at his phone. There was a new message from Jungkook, text from Jungkook. "I kissed my boss and now I'm hungry. Wanna get ramen tomorrow, baby?" Theung. He let out a helpless laugh and held his blushing face again. "This boy is a whole disaster and I think I am in love." Next morning. Next morning, Theung, he stood outside the cozy little ramen shop, wearing a short beige sweater and a black pants. His hair was down, fluffy from the breeze, and he kept fixing it nervously. "Why did I say yes? Why did I agree? This is a mistake. He is going to flirt, and I will end up choking on noodles or something." He turned to leave just when he heard a loud whistle. Jungkook. He was walking toward Theung, wearing ripped jeans, a black hoodie, and a big grin. His lip ring sparkled when he smiled. "Wow, boss, you look edible tonight, Theung." He blushed instantly and looked away, muttering, "Don't say stuff like that, Jungkook." He leaned in, voice slow and playful. "Why, you blushing already? We haven't even ordered yet." He opened the door for him, bowing playfully. "After you, sir. Don't worry, I won't attack you in the restaurant." Inside the shop, the lights were warm and soft. They sat in the quiet corner facing each other. Theung was playing with the menu to avoid eye contact. Jungkook was already staring. Jungkook smirking. "So tell me, what are your ramen preferences? Spicy, mild, or chaotic like your love life with me?" Theung, he groaned, hiding his face with the menu. "Why are you like this?" Jungkook laughing. "Because it makes you do that adorable shy thing with your hands and cheeks." He reaches across the table and gently poked Theung's puffed cheeks. "You are like a steamed bun when you blush, cute and soft." Theung, he sweated Jungkook's hand away, pouting. "I'm your boss, remember that." Jungkook, leaning on the table, grinned big. "Not tonight, you are not. Tonight you are mine." Theung choked on his water, coughing. Jungkook, laughing like a devil. "Relax, Young, I won't eat you up. Not here, at least." Theung, face completely red, he stared at his bowl as it arrived, trying not to faint. "You are insane, Jungkook." He tilted his head, watching Theung try to eat without looking up. "But you like me this way, don't you?" Theung, quickly, eyes flicking up. "Yes." Jungkook, smiling softly for once. "Not teasing, just warm." "Then let me keep making you blush, boss." After the ramen date, Theung, he walked with Jungkook under a small umbrella, the rain pouring gently around them. His fingers were cold, but his heart was warm. He glanced at Jungkook beside him, quickly smiling. "It's coming down harder. You will get drenched if you go back now." Jungkook, he tilted his head, water drops on his lashes. "Are you inviting me to your place, boss?" Theung, without looking at him. "I'm telling you not to catch a cold, but if you want to come over." He peeked at Jungkook's fluttered expression and smiled. "Just a little." "Then I won't stop you." Theung's apartment, a small, clean, warm toned, books stacked in near a wooden desk, plants on the windowsill, one couch, one bed, one shy attention floating in the air. Jungkook, he stood in the middle of the living room looking around. "Your place is soft, like you." Theung, he came out of the kitchen with two mugs of hot cocoa. "You call me soft like it's an insult." Jungkook's making taking the mug. Nope, I call you Sword because it makes it easier to flirt. He winked. You look good holding mugs, by the way. Makes me wanna sit in your lap. And Taehyung suddenly set his mug down. He stepped forward slowly. Jungkook blinked. Sit then. Jungkook, his eyes widened, face going pink. What? Taehyung. Stepping closer, voice slow and firm. You always talk big, but I wonder, Jungkook. He grabbed the front of Jungkook's hoodie gently and pulled him closer. Do you even know what you are asking for? Jungkook, heart skipping, hands whitening, confidence shaken for once. I mean, I do kinda, Theon, whispering near his ear. Because of you, keep teasing me like that. He brushed his lips against Jungkook's jaw, voice deep and slow. I might actually do something about it. Jungkook, he was blushing up to his ears, suddenly frozen. Young Theon, smiling softly, backing away. Thought so, Jungkook, staring in shock, then laughing breathlessly. Damn, okay, hot boss mode unlocked. He covered his face, speaking through his fingers. Young, don't do that again, or I will actually combust. Theon chuckled and handed him a blanket. Then behave. Later that night, the rain kept falling. They sat on the couch together under the same blanket. The movie was playing, but neither of them watched it. Jungkook, his head was resting on Theon's shoulder, voice sleepy but still flirty. If I pretend to fall asleep on your lap, will you pet my hair? Theon looking down at him softly. I already am. Jungkook smiling, eyes closed. You are dangerous when you stop being shy, Young. Theon whispering with a small smirk. And you are cute when you finally shut up. The next morning, Jungkook, he blinked his eyes open, squinting at the soft sunlight filtering into the room. It was quite warm. He shifted and felt an arm around his waist. He froze. What? He looked down. Taehyung's arm was wrapped around him. His face was buried against Jungkook's neck. His breath tickled. His legs were tangled with Jungkook's. Oh my god, I slept in his bed. I am in his arm. I'm gonna scream. He didn't move, didn't want to. Instead, he whispered to himself. He smells so good and his eyelashes are illegal. Theon. He slowly opened his eyes, blinking softly. His voice was low and husky. You talk too much in the morning, Jungkook, blushing but smirking. And you cuddle too tightly for someone who was avoiding me 2 days ago. Theon sat up slowly, eyes still sleepy. Maybe I got tired of running. Jungkook, Jungkook, he sat up too, pulling the blanket around him, looking serious for once. I mean what I said last night. I wasn't playing. I want you, Young. Not just to flirt with. Not just to kiss when it's quit. He looked directly at him. I want to be yours completely. I love you so much, Young. Theon. He watched him quickly, heart thudding softly. Then he reached out and tucked a strand of hair behind Jungkook's ear. Then stay, be mine, only mine. I love you too, my flirty boy. Jungkook, smiling like a kid, voice low, finally. He leaned in, kissed Theon gently, softly, no teasing, no smirk, just warmth, just truth. Theon whispering between kisses. No more wrong numbers. Jungkook giggles. Only the right kind of chaos. Later that night, they walked into the office together. Everyone stared. Jungkook held his head high. Taehyung walked beside him calmly, but his lips were curved in a tiny smile. Jimin whispering to a coworker, "So they're a thing now." Jungkook, overhearing, he turned and threw a wink. Correction, the thing. Then looked at Taehyung and moused mine. Taehyung, blushing softly but didn't deny it, just nodded once. Yes, his. Taehyung's office late evening. The office was quiet. The sun had dipped. Only the soft golden light from Theon's desk lamp remained. The blinds were closed. The air was still. Jungkook, he entered the room casually, locking the door behind him. With a soft click, he leaned against his arm, crossed, watching Theon with a knowing smile. I have been good all day. Didn't flirt once. Didn't I get a reward? Theon, he looked up from his paperwork, eyes narrowing slightly. His suit jacket was off, sleeves rolled up, tie loose. His voice was low. You think you earned something for staying quiet? Jungkook slowly walked forward forward, pulling his lower lip between his teeth. Maybe not, but I was thinking you could punish me instead, Taehyung. He stood up slowly, chairs stepping back. He said nothing, just moved until Jungkook was between him and the desk. You always talk like you are in charge. He grabbed Jungkook's face, turning him and pressing him against the desk. Let me remind you who really is. Jungkook, he gasped, heart pounding. He looked over his shoulder with a grin. Oh, so serious, boss, Theon. His hand slid up Jungkook's back, mouth brushing against his ear. Take that tone again, and you are not leaving that office tonight. Jungkook, breathless but still bold. You say that like it's a bad thing, Theon. His patience snapped. He turned Jungkook around, leaned down, and crashed their lips together, deep, hungry, no hesitation, his hands gripping tightly, pulling Jungkook flush against him. I warned you, Jungkook. He kissed back just as hard. Moaning softly against Theung's mouth. Don't stop, Kim Theung. Breaking the kiss, voice dark. I wasn't planning to. He lifted Jungkook onto the desk in one swift motion, mouth trailing down his neck, hands everywhere, strong, sure, claiming. You started this game, now let me finish it. Jungkook had tilted back, eyes flirting shut, body burning, voice breathing. Yes, boss. Afterglow. The desk was a mess now, papers scattered, Theon's tie hanging off the edge. The room still echoed with the sound of her rapid heartbeats. Jungkook, he laid back on the desk, hair messy, shirt wrinkled, lips red. He looked at Theon standing over him, composed, powerful, breathtaking. He let out a shaky laugh, just rising and falling. Where did your shyness go, huh? You were all the plushy 2 nights ago. Theon, he leaned down slowly, grabbing Jungkook's chin with 2 fingers, tilting it up. You woke up something in me, baby, smirking. Now you get to deal with it. Jungkook, blushing hard like still, but his voice playful. If this is the then baby, I'm never letting you sleep again. Theon smirking, deepening his voice, smooth like velvet pure. Because I'm not done with you yet.